So you can. Alright, there you go. You see yourself? Alright, it's recording now. So tell them what your name is.
Marcus.
Alright, Marcus Jr. Alright, so tell them what we doing today, man.
I'm cutting my hair off because I want to.
Because you want to?
Yes.
Your parents want to? You think your parents gonna miss your hair?
Huh?
You think your parents gonna miss it? Yeah. Daddy said, yeah. Alright, so you ready?
Yeah.
Alright, you wanna make a YouTube? Tell them what you want. Tell them what you want to tell them. Tell them about yourself.
Okay, I want to get my hair cut because every time I get it braided, it hurts.
Yeah, I used to have braided. Man, yeah, that, I respect it. What grade you in?
First,
What you like to do?
I used to play soccer, but I'm out.
Okay.
And I got a trophy.
Oh, you good at soccer? You play football?
No.
No, you don't play football?
I think I'm going to play basketball next year.
Oh, it's basketball. Okay. Okay. All right. We'll think of basketball. Oh, yeah. All right, so you about to cut it off? Well, tell me what kind of haircut you get.
Afro.
Get an afro? Okay. All right.
What kind of haircuts you say you want? What you tell me you want?
Mohawk.
Mohawk.
We ain't gonna do
Yeah,
this.
Mohawk.
That's what he want.
But all right, man, this is Lil Murph. So he about to cut his hair off, man. Lil Murph's super smart, man. So he, when he get to YouTube, y'all gonna have to go follow him, all right? You want to go follow you? All right. So let's get to it.
Okay, well, I'm not ready for the bread light.
They already know. We in the game.
Light.
Huh?
I can't even see.
Yeah, you can see. It's right there. We in the game, huh? Okay. Welcome back, you guys. It's the Game Changer here with another tutorial, man. This is gonna be a fun one. I want to first start by saying I have great news really for the channel and for myself. I have a brand new producer, an exclusive producer making me beats now. His name is Mark D. I'm going to post his Instagram, SoundCloud. Man, this guy is amazing. So all my new beats will be produced by him, and they are bangers, I promise. With that being said, let's go ahead and get into the tutorial. So this is Lil Murph here. It's his first haircut ever. As you can see, he's ready to cut it off. So let's get into it. The first thing I'll do is detangle his hair. His hair is already pretty moisturized, so there was no need for me to add any product, so I just went ahead and detangled. But I'm about to let Lil Murph say what he has to say real quick and let his mom cut the first piece off, then I'll be back.
I did not go look good.
Yeah. Oh. Take a piece, bro. You don't want to cut that?
I won't cut it.
Yeah, here you go. So look, you hold it. Go ahead, hold it. So look, this here. Cut it out right
Mommy,
here.
you don't even know how to cut.
I'm just, it's just a big piece.
It's right here. Cut right here.
Okay. Oh my God.
So whenever I do pretty emotional haircuts, like a first haircut or cutting out the locks, I usually let the client, their spouse, a parent, or someone who comes with them who means a lot to them cut the first piece off. Because, you know, hair is a journey. Hair is an emotional attachment. So I just feel like sometimes it's best to let the person enjoy that experience. But yeah, let's get into it. So like I said, Murph's hair wasn't dry. So the benefit, so you never really want to comb dry hair. Tip to anyone, man or woman. So what I would have done if his hair would have been dry, I would have either used a leave-in conditioner to kind of moisten his hair, to add moisture to his hair. So that way, I won't break hair off. I don't want to break his hair off. Little Murph is keeping a mini fro. So what I did was cut it down. I used about a 5 guard, and I didn't put it to the scalp as you noticed. I just wanted to cut it down some, make it more manageable. Now I'm about to wash his hair, see what his curl pattern is like, see how that hair is going to curl up. And then we'll get straight into the cut. As you can see right now, I'm about to start washing his hair. I'm using some shampoo, might use a little bit of conditioner, just to really get the hair back to its natural state. You know, throughout the days, we manipulate our hair, we add product, we do a lot to our hair. So what water does, water reverses your hair to its natural state, its natural form. You get the purest of those curls out when you wash your hair. Tip, if you didn't know that. So let's talk about some of the difficulties that I had to overcome cutting Little Murph's hair. You look at Little Murph's edges, they're already naturally thin. He's still young. Through the adolescent stages of youth, your hair still grows. The thickness of your hair, especially around the edges. So Little Murph doesn't really have a thick edge to work with. So since he's getting a taper and he's getting a low taper, you see that higher, that the area at the top is higher. So I'll have to thin the light and the dark where they meet to give that illusion that it's a thick, full, low taper. Also, Little MURPH is still a kid, so he moves a little bit. So we're gonna overcome all those obstacles.
Can I see it?
Huh?
Can somebody get me a mirror?
Get what you get done, you see? Yo, look at his curl pattern. So after washing, you see how it reverts to its natural state. It's a safety state. It goes back to what it knows best. That's what water does. And man, he has get this little piece right here, snip. Okay. He has an amazing texture to work with. I'm still gonna comb it out because I want to reshape it, cut it down some. They want a little bit more at the top. But you can look at those edges and see they're kind of thin. So it's okay, like I said, it's natural, but we have to make sure it blends well when I edge it up. I don't want a thicker patch than a thinner patch, then thick, you know what I'm saying? So these are all obstacles we're gonna work with. Also, he got a little testy around the neck. Well, he didn't trip, it's just, clippers on a child's neck for his first haircut. He's gonna be a little jumpy, so we had to work around that. There's a little soap still in there, a little conditioner left in there. So, but yeah, so what I'm doing now, I have a 5, and as you notice, I'm still not flushing the scalp. I'm just cutting it down, and as I cut it down, I keep it about an inch off his scalp. So yeah, it's all about guidelines. It's all about creating a format that works best for you. Cutting hair can become easy. Well, let me say this. The art of cutting hair can become mastered with a set of techniques and strategies. I know I do a lot of tutorials, and I don't always, he's just a cute little handsome guy, man. I don't always go into, I try to go into great detail, but I'm going to be doing classes soon in person, so if you guys can ever come out. But I want to teach you the art and strategy of cutting hair. Once you get that, no haircut can be unmastered. So I just want to throw that little tidbit in there. You can see now, after I cut it down to that 5, or about a 6, I'm going to pick it out, and now I reshape. What I'm redoing now, I'm pretty much evening the hair out. I pick it out as much as possible. Since he has over curly hair, it's still going to retract some, or it's going to coil up, but I want to shape it up as much as possible. Then what I'll do is I'll come back and I will start this taper, okay? So that's what we're about to do now. Shape. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay some of this hair down. Since the hair is so thick and natural, I'm taking about a 2 guard. I'm stretching and pulling the scalp, and I'm creating a workspace before I debulk. Now I'm going to start debulking, but I had to create that workspace. So I want to cut the layer in between the edge up and where I want that fade to be down to about a 2 or 3. Now I'm debulking. It's already difficult enough to taper a fro, but it's very difficult to taper a fro with thinner edges, like I said, on a child. Now, that's why I'm very careful. I keep my workspace small. So since I already have a small workspace, the way I extend or stretch or expand that workspace is I stretch the skin with my top thumb. See the thumb on my opposite hand that's not using the clippers with the comb in it? I'm stretching to create a bigger workspace out of a small workspace. All right, and I kind of stay within my work zone. I never want to go higher and higher. Now I'm creating my primary line for the taper. So on this one, I won't create a secondary line because I don't have much workspace. That's why I debulked first. And I'm going to debulk again. I'm using the corner of those clippers, okay? It's going to all come together at the end, you'll see. Instead of me making a secondary line, I'm slightly starting to fade out that line after debulking. Tapering froze can be very difficult because the workspace is extremely small and the gradients from going to light to dark is very minimal, okay? So you want to make sure that you guys take your time, be patient. And also when you taper a fade, when you taper a fro, it can demoralize you because you can probably think it's not coming together, you see your issues, but just don't worry, take your time. I promise you, it'll all come together. Just like when you're doing a piece of art, when you're drawing, you won't see the masterpiece at the very beginning, but when you're done and you do all the fine details, you'll be like, okay, now I see, okay? So if you can see, look at those thinner edges where his temple, the top of his temple, okay? We're gonna blend that area in, do some debulking, but right now, we're just fading out that primary line. See, I'm using the corner of the clipper, I'm stretching with my thumb, and I stay within my workspace. Vitally important, okay? Now it's time for the back. Same thing, I'm taking a 3 because I'm thinning out higher. All right, you want that to be a smooth transition. And he has a little neck, a little head. So, he's a little testy, but Very important. See how I'm fading around that ear? You want that fro to have a uniform shape, kind of like a microphone. Even though he's going to curl his fro, still, even when it curls, you want it to have that slight definition. Kid's hair also is kind of thinner, if you see on his neck. So he's still growing into his hair, into his head. So I just want to make this fade as best as possible with what I have to work with, okay? So I'm debulking first, and then I'll come back and do the same steps. So you guys watch, and I'll see you soon. So in case you're wondering what that white powder is, as I put this primary line in, it's talcum powder. It's talc. So what it does is it helps remove hair, sticky hair, loose hair. So I have it on comb, I have it on my hand because I'm kind of a little messy at times while I'm working. It's my art space. But yeah, so if you notice, I kind of tap MURPH on the forehead a little bit to kind of get him to move his head down. Once you have like certain hand signals or little gestures, it's easier to kind of help the client work with you. All right, same. Small secondary line back there, small primary line, and you just work through your space. I'm going to use the corner of the clippers a lot. All right, see I'm stretching with my top thumb just to work that space. So I'm going to let you guys watch, and I'll be back soon. Okay, so now it's time to edge the back a little MURPH up. After we thinned it out, we got it to a very nice look. We'll come back and do more fading at the end, but what I'm going to do is, you see, little MURPH has hair growing all on his neck from all the way to his ear, and I can't keep all of that. So I'm going to pick a nice medium to where it's not taking off too much hair, but I'm getting all of that baby hair off, okay? You never want to push the back edge up back. I know you want to make it sharp and all this and that, but natural grows back beautiful. It doesn't grow back dramatic, so remember that. All right, that's kind of the concept. I'm just kind of shaping up around so those hairs don't hang over, and that's kind of how you do the back taper on the young fro, on a little fro. Okay, so now it's time for the good stuff. I think I'm about to go through and reshape and refade, but once it's time to get to the edge up, I'll be back and I'll see you guys soon. Okay, so the next step, I'm about to edge little MURPH up. And usually to determine if I use a razor on a child, I study them throughout the process. And if they don't move well, they take great directions, then I'll use a razor. I don't always recommend it, but for this case I did because he was a great, smart young man who actually paid attention on this. All right, so now what I'm doing is I lay a heavy amount of gel on. I'll go back and wipe it off after. The reason being is because the gel is weighted. When you weight, basically means it lays the hair down, especially with curlier hair. The hair won't move. And then I can go through and I can hit my shapes, hit my angles, do what I need to do. As you can see with that same thumb, I'm stretching the skin to create a bigger workspace. I even the hair out, like I said, since he's so young, a lot of his hair hasn't fully developed yet. So I still want to keep it natural. Even though it may look light, the edges may look like he has bangs. But I'd rather do that than take it back to where his hair is fullest and thickest. It's just not right. Well, for me, it doesn't fit my style. I like a real natural look. I like a look that grows in well. Let him get his yarn out. And great kid, man, great young man. Parents do a great job with him. All right, so I'm using the corner of the blade. Now I'm stretching the opposite way with that same thumb just to get the top of that C curve, the top of the temple. when you edge, it's all about angles, you guys, okay? So yeah, that's pretty much, wait till you see how this finishes up. Oh my God. Because if you look at the front of his edge up, it's so thin, right? And I'm not gonna take it back, I refuse to. So what I'm gonna do, weigh it down with the gel, stretch it. I find the good medium of where it's light and where I feel that edge up should go since it's his first haircut. And then we kind of just go from there, okay? So you guys watch. See, I'm using the comb, pulling those hairs back so I can see what are the true areas of the edge up. And I'll see you at the end. Ooh, we're gonna let Lil Murph tell you how this edge up turned out. So you guys watch. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you. Make sure you stay for the end so you can get his reaction and see how the haircut finished up. Appreciate you guys. Yeah, you like it?
Yeah, he did a very, very great job.
Oh, okay, there we go. See what?
This part is real straight.
Okay.
Right.
That's good, right?
And the sides, yeah.
Okay. Fresh, we good. So okay, perfect, man. I'm happy you like it. He love the camera, right? He man. So he ain't camera shy. All right, so what's the last thing you want to tell YouTube, man, about you?
Well, I'm very smart and I like my haircut and he did a good job and I think it looks good.
Good stuff, man. Appreciate you, man. All right.